Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have kind of a fun video planned for today. I went on the Sephora website looking for stuff to add to my cart in preparation for the VIB sale that's actually happening right now, I believe, when this video goes up. But I was looking around and there were a ton of new releases in skincare that really intrigued me. So basically what I've done is I've compiled a list of products that caught my interest, and I went through the ingredients and I decided whether I wanted to shop them or drop them. So it's a pretty mixed bag. Some of the products I'm really interested in and will potentially buy, and some of the products I think are a total flop and I absolutely will not shop them. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So I have my laptop right here and I'm going to be looking at the Sephora page, and I'll be putting screenshots of the ingredients and also the product itself so you know what I'm looking at. And of course, with all my videos, everything that I talk about will be linked down below. So the first product that caught my interest is the Rose Deep Hydration Oil Infused Serum from Fresh. Now, I have recently gotten into Fresh because of the Rose face mask that Fresh sells. I recently bought it and I'm more than halfway done with it because I'm just utterly obsessed with the experience that this mask offers, but this video is not about that mask, but I'm just saying it's a really good mask. I really enjoy it. So Fresh is kind of on my radar now. So I was looking at this oil serum. So the first thing that I noticed straight off the bat is that it is a very heavy rose formula. It has rose water, it has rose extract, it has rose oil. It's super heavy on rose, which means it's going to be quite heavy on the fragrant component of that. But you know, some people's skin are not sensitive to fragrance. I personally am in a place where if something is not crazy fragranced, I'm not going to be sensitive to it, but some people have very sensitive skin and fragrance absolutely irritates their skin. But what I thought was interesting about this particular serum is that it's a dual phase serum. So there's a watery phase and then there's an oil phase. And what you do is you shake it up to create an emulsion. This formulation is very common in a lot of toners and makeup removers, especially in makeup removers, because you want to have that dual action of having water soluble and also oil soluble action to dissolve your makeup completely. So I've seen this biphasic formulation in other products, but I've never seen it in a serum, I don't believe. I think it's really nice that there's a phase that delivers watery hydration to the skin and also a phase that delivers more of like an oil moisturizing feel to the skin. This probably, I'm just gonna guess here because I haven't actually tried it, probably has the most gorgeous, delightful sensory experience. I'm getting really into like the experience of the product because now that we're like doing this whole quarantine thing, I really want my skincare to behave as self-care. I want my skincare to be really enjoyable for me. So if a product is really boring, I'm probably not as inclined to use it as like a cool, fun product with like really beautiful packaging or like a really beautiful feeling to it. I'm more inclined to use that kind of product. So this is something very interesting to me and potentially I would like to try it. I know it is going to be quite fragrant, so it could really irritate my skin, but that's a risk I'm willing to take because I feel like it could be really hydrating and very moisturizing and a really nice step in my skincare routine. So the verdict for this product is I would like to shop it. Next up, we have the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. So I was totally on board with this product. I was looking at the claims and I was looking at the active ingredients. So the active ingredients are, you know, vitamin C and PHAs and hyaluronic acid. So just to quickly talk about the ingredients that I was really excited about. So vitamin C is a fantastic antioxidant for the skin. It does so many amazing anti-aging things for the skin, not to mention that it also boosts up collagen production in the skin, so it's just great for skin. Additionally, PHAs or polyhydroxy acids are a really nice gentle alternative to alpha hydroxy acids because they are much larger molecules. And then finally, hyaluronic acid, everyone's favorite. It's just really hydrating. So like I said, I was so down for this product until I saw the ingredients list. And when I looked at the ingredients list, I saw that it had these very fragrant, very sensitizing oils very high up in the ingredients list. Now this has fragrant oils so high up in the ingredients list, and also there are citrus fragrance oils, which is potentially quite dangerous because citrus can be very photosensitizing on the skin. And I imagine that a lot of people would use this as a daytime serum because it has vitamin C in it. And so I'm just imagining a lot of irritation on the skin from these fragrant oils, especially the citrus oils. So the verdict for this product is absolutely drop. I will not be buying it. I don't recommend people buy it. I just don't think it's a good idea. Next up, we have the Glow Recipe PHA and BHA toner. Now, I saw this recently announced on Instagram and I got so excited because I kind of am very deeply in love with Glow Recipe's aesthetic. I love their marketing. I love the aesthetic of their products. I think they're just beautifully done. I don't love all the products from Glow Recipe. I personally have tried the Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask and also the Avocado Retinol Sleeping Mask as well. I didn't really like the Watermelon Sleeping Mask. I found that it just didn't hydrate my skin deeply enough, and also it balled up and like pilled up very badly on my skin, so I couldn't layer it with anything. So I didn't care for that product. I do, however, really like the Avocado Sleeping Mask. I think that's a great product. It's very, very thick and very rich and moisturizing, so I really like that one. So when I saw that the Glow Recipe was announcing that they were releasing a toner in the watermelon range, I got excited because I was like, okay, maybe I'll like this one. Even though I didn't like the sleeping mask, I was like, okay, maybe I will enjoy this one. Now, very much to my surprise and also my delight, I found that this particular product doesn't contain irritating essential oils. Yay! That makes me so, so happy. So let's talk about the ingredients. So PHA and BHA toner, that's what it is called. Now, something important to note here is that it doesn't contain salicylic acid. Now, salicylic acid is the gold standard for beta hydroxy acids. It's the best ingredient in my opinion if you want to clear up, you know, clogged pores or blackheads or congestion. Salicylic acid is the gold standard. It is the best. This particular toner contains betaine salicylate, which is not the same thing. Now, betaine salicylate is a more gentle alternative to salicylic acid, and it's interesting because there are some countries that really regulate the percentage of salicylic acid in products, and so if you can't get your hands on salicylic acid, betaine salicylate is a, you know, comparable alternative to salicylic acid. However, because it is more gentle, it is not as effective in the same concentration as salicylic acid. So a 2% salicylic acid is not the same as a 2% betaine salicylate. You have to go a little bit higher in the percentage of betaine salicylate to get the same effect as salicylic acid. So I actually DM'd Glow Recipe on Instagram and I asked them what percentage of betaine salicylate was in this particular product, and unfortunately they said that the exact percentage of this ingredient in the product was proprietary to Glow Recipe, so they couldn't disclose that to me. But they said that the overall concentration of the PHA and the BHA blend is 6%. Now, that doesn't really tell me a lot, so I don't really know what to do with that. Okay, I just checked my DMs and yes, it was 6%. I was doubting myself, but yeah, it's 6%. Okay, so with that being said, because we don't know the percentage of that ingredient, betaine salicylate, I can't really say if it's going to be effective or not for treating pores. Now, the interesting part is that they also have PHAs in it, and PHAs, like I said earlier, are a more gentle alternative to alpha hydroxy acids, which can potentially be quite sensitizing because glycolic acid especially is quite a small molecule, which means it penetrates quite deep into the skin and it is a lot more of an intense exfoliation. But the thing is that there are larger molecules of alpha hydroxy acids such as lactic acid or mandelic acid, which are much bigger, and therefore they are not as intense as glycolic acid. But if you want something that's even more gentle than lactic acid or mandelic acid, you know, PHAs or polyhydroxy acids are a great next step because they are a lot bigger. So overall, the formula looks really hydrating and really lovely, but honestly, the fact that I don't know what concentration the BHA is in makes me a little bit iffy on, you know, recommending whether or not this will be effective for pores, because ultimately this is being advertised as like a pore treatment. I just don't know how effective it'll be. I would have to try it for myself, and I'm actually really on the fence on whether or not I should try it. It's currently in my basket at Sephora. I'm really tentatively thinking about buying it, but I really don't need more skincare. So please advise, what should I do? Should I get it? Should I try it? Should I review it? Should I not get it? I don't know. Okay, so the next product I want to talk about is the Farmacy Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer with Moringa and Papaya. So this is interesting to me because I couldn't find any research about Moringa water. This does not contain Moringa oil. It has Moringa water, and I couldn't find any research about the benefits of Moringa water. So that's still kind of up in the air don't know about that. So papaya is like kind of an okay exfoliant, but it's nowhere as good as an alpha hydroxy acid like glycolic acid. The inclusion of niacinamide in this formulation is very, very nice. I love niacinamide. I think it's a beautiful ingredient to the skin. This also contains polyglutamic acid and also hyaluronic acid, or maybe, no, it's sodium hyaluronate. Okay, so quick chemistry lesson. So there's hyaluronic acid and then there's sodium hyaluronate, and they are kind of the same thing, but they're also quite different. Sodium hyaluronate is the salt form of hyaluronic acid, which makes it a little bit more bioavailable in the skin. The skin can take it in a little bit easier. So even though hyaluronic acid is like super, super famous, sodium hyaluronate still has a very important place in skincare formulation. So looking at the ingredients list again, I'm kind of put off by the fruit extracts at the end of the ingredients list, but I don't know, it could go either way. Like, because it's at the end of the ingredients list, it's probably in a very low concentration, potentially not as nearly sensitizing as, say, if it were higher up in the ingredients list, like the Banana Bright Serum from Ole Henriksen. So overall, this formulation seems like it's going to be very hydrating, has a polyglutamic acid, has sodium hyaluronate, you know, all these beautiful fruit extracts, all the water in it, it's oil-free. However, the fact that it's oil-free makes me think that I personally I'm not gonna like it, because I don't really like oil-free moisturizers. I prefer to have my moisturizers feel very rich and emollient on the skin, and you're just not gonna get that with an oil-free moisturizer, in my opinion. So just for me personally, I'm going to drop this product because I just personally don't think I will enjoy it for my skin. And then the last product I wanted to talk about is the Josie Maran Pineapple Enzyme Pore Clearing Cleanser. Now, I am a little bit put off by the fact that it's a pore clearing cleanser. I don't think you can clear your pores very easily with the cleanser, because generally pores need to have some sort of oil soluble component to the ingredients that is left on for an extended amount of time in order to get the best results. You can't cleanse your skin and your pores be gone. It just doesn't make sense. So looking at the ingredients list, I see, you know, several very mild surfactants, so that pleases me because I always like mild surfactants. I think they are best for the skin in terms of not damaging the skin barrier. If you're trying to remove makeup though, this is not going to be enough for you. You need to go for something a little bit stronger. So this is something that kind of irks me with a lot of skincare formulations, is that they will, you know, advertise these like really amazing actives, and then you find out that they are super, super low in the ingredients list. You know, this is a little bit more nuanced than what I'm saying right now. Because, for example, ingredients like Centella asiatica or Cica can be very, very effective at very low concentrations. So the fact that it is at the end of the ingredients list is not a bad thing in that case. But in the case of ingredients like all the actives that they talk about, such as, you know, pineapple extract, lactic acid, willow bark extract, lactobacillus ferment, you know, even argan oil is listed below phenoxyethanol. And if you don't know what phenoxyethanol is, it is actually a preservative that's really, really important for preserving the integrity of the skincare product. Preservatives are something that are just so incredibly critical for the safety of your product, and so never hate on preservatives. They are there for a reason. But I mentioned phenoxyethanol because it's important to note that phenoxyethanol in the US cannot be present in an amount greater than 1% in a formulation. So the fact that phenoxyethanol is here, and then, you know, argan oil and all these other really nice ingredients are much lower on the ingredients list, that implies that the really nice ingredients that Josie Maran is advertising is below 1% in concentration. Like I said earlier, there are some ingredients that thrive at really low concentrations like Cica or hyaluronic acid, but I don't know if it's fair to the consumer to talk about the amazing, crazy benefits of these ingredients when it's in such a low concentration in a cleanser that you wash off. So the cleansing is done by the surfactants, not the pineapple enzyme. Fruit enzymes and fruit extracts are notoriously unreliable in terms of exfoliation, and so I really think it's kind of like a pointless ingredient in here. It's not really doing a whole lot for the product and for people's skin who are using this product, because the cleansing is done by the surfactants. The pineapple enzyme is not really doing a whole lot. Also, this particular cleanser is $28, which is quite expensive for a cleanser. I really don't believe in spending a lot of money on cleansers because you literally, it goes down the drain. Like you wash it off within like 20 seconds of putting it on your skin. So really, like, you don't have to spend a lot of money on a great cleanser in order to have great skin. There are plenty of really fantastic, inexpensive cleansers out there. I've done a bunch of videos on like affordable skincare. I will link some of them down below if you're interested in finding a really nice affordable cleanser. So overall, my verdict for this particular cleanser is to drop it. I just don't think it's worth the money. So what do you guys think of this format of video, the whole shop or drop kind of setup of the video? I really enjoyed filming this video and planning this video. I think it was fun to go through, you know, all the ingredients and all the products and everything and really form my opinion on whether or not I would personally buy it. So I wanna know, would you guys shop or drop these products? Let me know what you guys think about these products in the comments down below. And just a quick reminder, I am still doing skincare routine consultations. I made an announcement in a video last week, but very quickly just to let you know. So basically for $35, you get an hour of my time and we go through your entire skincare routine and determine what is and what isn't working for you. And I will thoroughly vet and research all the ingredients that are in your skincare products beforehand. So the way that it works is that you set up an hour of my time on my calendar. The link is down below. And then I will go through the products that you tell me about in the form that you fill out. I did a couple consultations already and I'm loving it. You guys are so smart and you're so intelligent about your skin and I really, really like that. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and spending this time with me. Have a beautiful week and I will see you in my next video. Bye.